Hi everyone, welcome to Gateway Lectures. Here we are the solution for quiz day 13 and today's topic is material science and material engineering. This is our first question. For a BCC lattice structure, what is the ratio of planar density for the planes 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1? We need to find the planar density and we need to find the ratio for these three planes. See these 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1 and the numbers which we are indicating are called as the Miller indices. Okay, and they are generally given by H, K and L. And for a plane it is given a square bracket, and for a direction, for a Miller direction, we will be given a curved bracket, right? This is a representation of the planes. We'll see what exactly is planar density. Why we'll use planar density is to find the packing factor or to find the packing density, how close the plane is packed. To calculate that, we need the planar density. That closeness of the close packed planes will be used in the study of dislocation. In the dislocation analysis, we will be using these close packed planes and close packed directions. So for that purpose, we need to calculate the planar density. So in that way, we will be seeing in which plane for BCC we are having the highest planar density, and similarly in which direction it is having the highest planar density for BCC or FCC or any simple cubic structure. In that way, we will proceed. For that, we need to know first what is the planar density. So the planar density, by definition, planar means it is for an area. So when it is denoted for area, general density will be given a symbol rho, and for an area we are taking it as A. So planar density is equal to, the definition is number of atoms per plane upon the area of the plane. Area of the plane, right? So here we are given three directions, right? We are given three planes. So let us, these were the three unit cells. This is a cubic system, right? This is a cube, and this each cube will be having a side of A. Okay, all the three cubes will be having a side of A. First we need to take the reference axis here. So let this be origin point, and let this direction be X, and let this direction be Z, and let this direction be Y. We can take any arbitrary. For simplicity purpose and to represent the planes easily, I am taking these directions. These are the directions X, Y and Z, right? These were the directions. The first plane given in the question is 1, 0, 0. So how will we calculate 1, 0, 0? And also remember, for BCC, the center only at the body center there will be one atom, and the remaining all each corner point, these are called the corner points. At each corner point we will be having an atom. Generally these will represent by a hard spheres, nothing but these small dots. When the atoms will be represented by a hard spheres. Okay, at all the corners will be having atoms, and at the body center also will be having one atom. So at the body center will be having one atom, and at all the corners will be having atoms. So how to find the plane 1, 0, 0? The thing is, first we need to move along the x-axis around one distance of 1 along the x-axis in this way. Then we'll be reaching this point, right? This will be the point we'll be reaching, and there comes our plane, and there is no deviation of the plane from the y-axis, nothing but xy plane, and even in the xz axis also there is no deviation. So this is our plane formed. This is our 1, 0, 0 plane. And we know on the 1, 0, 0 plane, only at the corner we will be having atoms, right? And there are only 4 atoms at the corner. So first what we will calculate is number of atoms. So here I will make a tabular column here, just to show the things easily, comparison among all these. Okay, and first comes our number of atoms in the plane, nothing but the number of atoms in the plane, and next is the area of the plane, and then we will find the planar density in that plane. So first the number of atoms in this 1 0 0 plane, nothing but at the 4 corners we are having 4 atoms. Each atom will contribute of 1/4 of its volume, or nothing but 1/4 of its area. Since we are calculating planar area, it is 1/4 of its area to the plane. Therefore the number of atoms here will be 4 times 4 corners into 1/4 contribution, and that comes out to be 1. And we know area of the plane here is the side is A, and the area of plane will be A square, and the planar density for 1 0 0 plane will be 1 upon A square. And then here comes our next plane, and the next plane given in the question as 1 1 0. To calculate 1 1 0, we need to move along x distance along one distance along x axis and one distance along y axis. So if we move here, we will be reaching a point here on the x axis and a point here on the y axis, and there is no shift in the z direction. So what we'll do is we'll combine these lines and this is our plane. This is our 1 1 0 plane. So we'll see how to calculate number of atoms in the 1 1 0 plane. When we take number 1 1 0 plane, we said already at the body center there will be one atom. So if we take that 1 1 0 plane to its back side and to its front side, both side we are having a complete total 1 atom, right? So 1 plus, and at each corners there are 4 corners. The 4 corners contribute 1/4 of it, so 1/4 into 4. So the total number of atoms will be 1/2, and here the area will be different. This side will be A, and also we know this side is A and this side is A, and this diagonal will be root 2A by Pythagoras theorem. And if you can observe this plane, the area is like a rectangle, and the area will be A into root 2A, A into root 2A. See, since this is the side A and again this is the root 2A, this is like a rectangle having sides A and root 2A. So here the plane area will be A into root A, nothing but root 2A square, and the planar density rho A along 1 1 0 plane will be, number of atoms are 2 upon root 2A, root 2A square, and that's on simplifying it will be root 2 upon A square. And here comes our last and interesting case here, 1 1 1. Okay, when we are seeing the 1 1 1 plane, first we'll initially plot the plane here. So we need to move one distance along x, we'll be reaching this point. We need to move one distance along y, we will be reaching this point. We need to move one distance along z, we'll be reaching this point. Join all the 3 points, we will get a triangular plane. Even it is also plane, we'll be getting a triangle. And more interesting thing here is this triangle doesn't touch the central atom. This triangle doesn't pass through the central atom. It will not intersect the central atom. This is how it looks like. Right, you can observe here. This is how it looks like. The 3 atoms. And the central atom, which is generally here represented as D, will not touch the plane, will not intersect the plane. Therefore the number of atoms will be different here. Therefore here our number of atoms will be different. Here the number of atoms will be, at each corner it will be an angle of 60 degrees, right? So at each corner it will be an angle of 60 degrees. Then at each corner contributes 1/6 of its part. So the 3 corners into 1/6 of its part, and there is no intersection of central atom. So this is only the number of atoms, nothing but it will be having only the contribution of half of the atom. So the number of atoms here is 1/2. And also here calculating the area, here if you can observe, each angle is 60 degrees and each side is an equivalent. So it is an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle, this is A and this is A. This comes out to be root 2 into A by Pythagoras theorem. At this side is also root 2 into A, and this side is also root 2 into A. Generally we know the area of equilateral triangle. We know the area of equilateral triangle is root 3/4 into the side square, and the side here is root 2A. Therefore our area comes out to be root 3/4 into A is nothing but root 2A whole square, and that comes out to be root 3 by 2 into a square, right? And then here our planar density in the plane 1 1 1 comes out to be number of atoms is 1 by 2 upon the area of the plane is root 2 upon 2 a square, and that is nothing but 1 by root 3 a square. Finally we need to it was given in the question. This is where in this way we will be calculating the planar density. We need to calculate the ratio of planar density in 100 plane is to the ratio of planar density in 110 plane is to the ratio of the planar density in 111 plane. So here it is 1 by a square, we have obtained it, and here it is we obtained it as root 2 upon a square, and here it is 1 by root 3 a square, and it is nothing but finally 1 is to root 2 is to 1 by root 3. This is our answer for the first question. Moving on to the second question. Determine the mass fraction and volume fraction of the phase